Greetings, everybody, and welcome. Thank you all very much for coming to join me for another day of Skul, which I'm gonna give, I think, one more stream till I'm fully satisfied that I've gotten the feel for what it has to offer in early access. I feel like there's probably more progress I can make with this, and I want to try and see if I can get my hands on some of the different skulls I haven't tried, get a feel for some of the different play styles before I give this a rest. And if it ends up being that I finish the build as it currently is with time left to stream, I will probably just switch over to the FF7 Remake demo again and familiarize myself a bit more with that, because I've been wanting to, and I just haven't had the time since I got back from PAX between editing all my footage and whatnot, and just settling back in. But how are all of you doing this evening? How is everybody in chat? How are you all holding up? I hope you are all a little bit more energetic this evening than I am. If I seem a bit tired, I apologize. It's because I am. It's been a week of long days since I got home, and I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. Hey, Walnut, welcome back. Good to see you. I am glad you are currently awake, Dandy Wizard. You might be a little bit ahead of me there. Let's see. Well, we are good to go. I've already picked up the skulls here. And I got one I haven't gotten before, which is the Archer? Hunter, I guess. Adventurer who wanted to become a warrior specialized in archery. Hello, Rubbish Binge! Yeah, join the club. I am right there with you. So this is every bit what you would expect, the Archer. It's, hey, you've got ranged attacks. They're probably really good in a side-scrolling platforming game. This is his special, which is probably only useful at close range, but that's cool. I'll take that. It recharges very quickly. Not much is certain. Rubbish, don't tell me you actually have contracted coronavirus. Or do you just mean in general? Yeah, Walnut, from what I understand, this and the mummy skull are the only ones that... and I guess maybe the clown as well, are the only ones that have any real semblance of a ranged attack. And of the 3 ranged attackers I've found so far... Oh, you live in China and you're a med student. Okay, so it's causing chaos from the other end. I gotcha, Rubbish. Geez, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you're hanging in there. Stay safe, alright? At least as best you can. Yeah, Walnut, from the very beginning, I've tempered my expectations purely owing to the fact that this game is still in early access. And it's very obviously incomplete just to play it. You can tell. And as a matter of fact, I think even if you go to Speak with the Witch... there's just flat out a trait missing from the spirit tree here. So it's clear that they're not done adding things. I haven't seen their roadmap yet. I'm not even sure if they've actually published it at this point, but I will be keeping an eye on this. So we'll see. We'll get as far as we get in today's stream, and if I get to the end, if it turns out that this is just kind of an extended demo, and I managed to get to whatever serves as the final boss for this demo. I have other contingency plans lined up for that as well. Yeah, actually, the range damage here is pretty decent. Holy cow, it's very decent. gotta get rid of that guy. And then this guy. Yeah, okay. The shotgun arrow is quite good at close range. It appears that it can hit more than one enemy if it, whoops, if it kills its intended target. That was incredibly careless of me. You know, I should have... I didn't even realize. Actually, though... There we are. I thought perhaps that might be possible. Oh, Desaro, I haven't even gotten to the second main boss yet. This is definitely a challenging game. Oh, and it looks like now I have the exact same kind of projectile the Carlian archers do. Hello, Call Me Grandma. Yeah, I guess it kind of resembles the art style of Maple Story a little bit. I've never actually played Maple Story, so I can't really speak to the gameplay. This is called Skul the Hero Slayer, and I found out about it through the press emails leading up to PAX East. I got my hands on it for about 10 minutes at PAX last week, and it was just enough for me to be able to figure out that, yeah, this isn't just a vaporware title, this is an actual game. Because ordinarily I don't trust things that are in early access. I certainly wouldn't be willing to spend any money on them. But having had an opportunity to try this out and to see that it is actually a real thing, I decided to stream it a little bit when I got back, just to kind of show it and let people know what it is, and to try it out for myself. Because I didn't really have time to explore it properly at PAX, since I was on such a limited time frame. Did something just hit me? I think something did. Hey Mimir, welcome! Yeah, Walnut, and also the ability to stay away from dangerous encounters. Because this is definitely not a close-range character, the Archer, but... Mimir, thank you so much for the resub! Yeah, Rubbish Binge, this is a Korean game. The studio that develops it, I believe, is based in Seoul. And Eclecticaf, thank you so much for the resub as well. Welcome back, both of you. The only problem with these ranged characters is that they invariably end up all playing exactly the same way. Oh, this is the bastard who was... Alright. I have not seen the World of Horror Early Access, Rubbish Binge. I don't really follow horror games. I'm not terribly interested in them. Why? Does it look good? Oh, no worries, Mimir. Twitch's mobile app is not generally the most intuitive from what I understand. I've never used it, but... Oh, we got the clown again. Okay. Well... The clown is probably a little bit more useful than the werewolf, but I don't know that I really need... a second ranged Skul. The thing is, this one has a different ability, which... Let's see. You know what? I think that could be really good. Holy cow, yes, it is really good. That has the potential to be... better, actually, than... the mummy skull grenade. Wow, and the... explosion from the knives, now that I've maxed out the... attack boost, is very significant. The clown is definitely a little bit better at close range than the hunter. I think largely due to the explosions. World of Horror is a what did you say? Hang on. Roguelike horror RPG? Really? Huh. It's D&D, Rubbish Binge? Japanese horror, but a lot of Cthulhu. Okay, very Junji Ito-y. I see. So probably a lot of surreal horror then, a lot of the Amigara Fault type stuff, where they freak you out with crazy imagery. Interesting. Definitely not my preferred genre, but it's good to know that there are games like that. Oh dear. Oh, okay, this puts us back at the store. That's good. A piece of DC cake? Increases basic attacks by 10%. Alright, what do we got then? We got... the black quartz shard. I probably could... Oh, bloody hell! I'm 2 gold short for Sphinx. Oh, but it just makes you immune to trap damage, so it's actually not all that useful to begin with. Well, hell. Well, I won't be able to afford anything else if I take the food. So I think the... yeah, the quartz is my best bet. Yeah, Rubbish Binge, it sounds like maybe I would be best served by checking out a stream of it or something. If Paige is going to stream it today, so much the better. Although she'll probably be done before I finish my stream, so it's anyone's guess when I'll be able to drop in. Okay. I see you over there. Get out of here. Now all I need to do is not get hit, which hopefully I'll be able to manage. Holy hell, that is a good attack. And these guys, they have another regeneration obelisk, it looks like. Damn it. No, you get out of here. I'm grabbing this. Damn it, I managed to get hit by that again. Crossbow guys are one of the most dangerous enemies here. Pretty much anything that can hit you at range is dangerous. Yeah, Walnut, the animations in this game in general are just really good. It's one of the things that I think seems the most polished so far is the art and the animation in general. The only thing is, I wish they didn't use a time-based cooldown system for this stuff. You can spend Dark Quartz in order to decrease your cooldowns, but I've just never been a fan of cooldown systems in general. I've always preferred, like, resource management, where you've got meter, and then you build meter by hitting enemies, and you spend it to hit enemies more. Makes the gameplay a little bit more dynamic, but other than that, and the fact that just most of the upgrade trees are centered around decreasing your cooldowns, which kind of makes the game one-dimensional in a way. There's some stuff that definitely needs to be fleshed out, but the art and the animations seem the most fleshed out so far. Oh, it's you again. Is it just me, or do I disproportionately seem to get this boss? Oh, okay, I see. So you can knock them down when they're doing that big charge attack. Very interesting. Brawler's Knuckle increases basic attacks by 25%. That is awesome. That's probably going to synergize really well with, ironically, with ranged attacks. L-O-V-E is engraved on the knuckles. Great. I'm glad somebody on the dev team was a fan of Scarface. There definitely seem to be some references going on here. What do we got? We got Skeleton Bomber. Ooh, I like the sounds of that. Explodes after 5 seconds. Roll, increased dashing distance, can't multi-dash. Movement speed increased by 100% for 4 seconds. Explodes instantly. I'm almost afraid... Oh. What? What the hell? What is this skull? Oh, you know how to have a blast, said a bomber while looking at a Carlian powder keg. Explodes, so just the entire skull explodes after 5 seconds. Movement speed increased by 100% for 4 seconds while swapping. So this is literally just, hey, my alternate form is a big suicide bomber. Great, we can cosplay Al-Qaeda over here. Fantastic. How much damage does it do? A substantial amount, I guess? The sword guy is difficult depending on what skulls you have, Desara, for sure. Okay, the self-destruct does 115 damage, so it is a really big hit. I don't know. I'm honestly kind of tempted because it gives me a good reason to switch. The thing is, I'm not sure I want to give up the clown, but I don't really need 2 ranged builds. And both of the ranged ones I have are really good. Oh, this is tricky. Because I have a feeling that the... Yeah. I think I'm going to stick with the archer, and I'm probably making a mistake here, but I'm going to try out the skeleton bomber. Because that is a ridiculous AoE. It does a stupid amount of damage. Alright, let's see. Let me spawn all these guys first. Yeah, alright. Yeah, okay. I think the skeleton bomber might actually be really good. Actually, since I'm going to be using the hunter form most of the time anyway, maybe the skeleton bomber is just a really good compliment. Oh, and I got the freaking Sphinx one anyway. Great. Well, for what it's worth... Yeah, Renerath, it is an adorable-looking game. The art style is definitely one of its strongest points so far. Get out of here. Okay. Damn it. It's really hard to tell where that's going to come from, but... Yeah, the hunter is really useful too, because he has piercing shots if you charge him. And it does the same amount of damage to every enemy it goes through. And it does bonus damage as well. I remember this. This is... Okay, now that I know how this works. It's possible that he's a reference, Walnut. There seem to be a lot of references to other games here. One of the skulls you can get is just Kratos from God of War. And there's a reference, actually, to Scarface, to Tony Montana, on this item here, the brass knuckles that have the words love. Although I think Tony Montana's say money and power. I wonder if I could... All right. Yeah, the shotgun attack is nice. And I think this is... Yeah, hyper armor. Holy cow. Okay, I have to be a little more careful of those guys, it looks like. Hey everybody, how you all doing? Oh, damn it. Okay, so you have to kind of time it. Oh, I see why. I see what they do. They've got a somewhat ranged physical attack is what's going on. It is disgusting rubbish, but it's not something you can just spam. It appears to be somewhat skill-based. You have to time it right. What do we have here? Oh, this is the Kratos one as well. Look at this. Launch an enemy in the air. Broad upward slash. Enemies receive additional damage if they hit walls. So this... it's just Kratos. Decent amount of damage from that. And a decent... heavy build, but why use heavy in a game like this when you can stay out of the way? Hey, Lord Louise! Oh, and we've got a healing shrine here as well, which will be helpful for me. Damn it, okay. Damn it! Okay. I was trying to charge up a second one, but there was a delay on it. I wasn't able to charge it right away, so I got hit. Oh, right, and no iframes, so no dodging through that. Okay, this is not good. Now I'm getting careless. You know what? Kaboom to you. Oh, but those guys die quickly. So that's fine. Huh? No, you don't, sir. You can get them. Oh, hey, I'm fully healed. That's awesome. There we are. And there's the shop, which is great. Thing is, now I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure I can reach it. Because of course. I already have, Luis. There we go, okay. I thought perhaps there'd be some trick to getting up here using my skill. I wonder if the screens that you wind up on with these little challenges for getting to the money, I wonder if they depend on the skulls you have. I wonder if the skulls you have modify them. What do we got? 11th Finger of Lightning. Randomly drops lightning onto enemies within range every 10 seconds. That sounds like it could be useful. Carlian Insignia, Werewolf Helmet, which... or a skull, which sucks. Yeah, this seems like it might be great. Increases crit rate by 9%. Well, what the hell? I'll take it. There's not really an awful lot else for me to spend my money on here. Yeah. The werewolf sucks, unfortunately. No, Sir Horseshoe McGee, it is not. It has only very minimal procedurally generated elements. Basically, the only things that are random are the pickups that are available when you enter the shop, as well as the skulls that you start off with and find. The levels aren't really procedurally generated. Every screen is fixed. It's just that the order that you go through them in is different. There's no huge contiguous map for you to explore. It's all one screen after the other. Okay, yeah, you know what? That lightning ability is not bad. Ha! Yeah, okay. A little bit of extra damage. I'll take that. What's its range, I wonder? Huh. Okay, well... How far away can we stand? Oh, he can hit the stage hazards! Interesting. I wondered if enemies could hit those, but it appears they can. Okay, so it's about half a screen, I guess, maybe a little less. The doctor, yeah, I think we talked about this yesterday, didn't we, when you first asked for the idea? The doctor, let me give you a decent one. What I'm gonna do is... Here we go. The doctor, this is a basic one. Oh, you didn't hear it. You could have told me that at the time, the doctor. There you go. And let me give you one other one just for an idea. Let's see. I'm not so fond of that one. That one's cloves. Let me see. If I can find you a decent one here. Oh, this looks... okay. My favorite one, the doctor, is... what I use for myself is... some salt, some fresh ground black pepper, some cayenne, some paprika, and a little bit of... You can use adobo seasoning if you have it. I like to just use a little bit of powdered sage. And you can get like a dry fish seasoning blend. You can optionally use a little bit of that too. But I like mine with all of the red spices. I like mine with a little bit of the cayenne, the paprika, the salt, the pepper. And it's nice sometimes to throw in a little bit of like chipotle or ancho chili powder as well for some of that extra smokiness and a little bit of heat. But here's a list of some other ideas, the doctor, as well. These might help. Yeah, Theo, since when is this a video game stream? You know what to expect by now. Well, Theo, the doctor, you at least have salt, pepper, right? Maybe some brown sugar? A little bit of honey or maple syrup or something? I don't really like my smoked salmon to be sweet. I'm not a fan of sweet things. I think everything we get is over-sweetened. And I'm sick of stuff having unnecessary sugar in it, so I don't use any sweeteners when I make dry brine for my own smoked salmon, but the most common ones seem to be either honey or maple syrup or brown sugar based. Well, if you've got that, Dandy Wizard, and maybe optionally if you've got a little bit of paprika or cayenne or something, because I think those are nice additions as well. I like to use chipotle powder. The last time I made it, I used, excuse me, I used some Boot Jalokia powder as well, which is a nice little source of heat. Damn it, I stepped on the... You know... Oh, ha! The lightning bolt attacks boxes as well. That's funny. And more than a little bit irritating, to be honest. Actually, if I just stand here... Huh. Lovely. It appears the lightning bolt can hit multiple enemies at the same time. No, I haven't, Theo. What, the Thunderbolt Walnut? Yes, it does seem that way. I wouldn't say it's particularly awesome, but it's a nice little source of some extra damage, to be sure. It is, however, slightly irritating that it appears to prioritize environmental objects if no enemies are around. Alright. Got him. Oh, yeah, see what I mean? Now it's attacking these towers. I wish it wouldn't do that, but I suspect probably that is something they will patch. At least I hope it is. What do we got here? A freaking werewolf skull. Garbage. Although this one has a better ability than the other one did, at least. But no way I'm trading what I've got now for that trash. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'd better get rid of this crap. Alright, actually, this is a perfect opportunity. Since that enemy is stationary. Let's see just how far away this lightning will strike. It appears that the timer for the lightning to strike... Yeah, okay. It appears that the timer starts counting up only when you get within range of an enemy. Not bad, though. That's decent range on that. It's nice that it can buy you a little time as an opener. But see, this is why the Archer is so good for this kind of game. Yeah, right? Alright, you... Because I can kill these guys at absolutely no risk to myself now. Whereas with most of the other skulls, I'd have to get in there. There are a bunch of skulls that definitely need buffs, Walnut. They absolutely need to rebalance some of these. Because some of them are just ridiculously good and others are worthless. But again, early access. Okay, and actually, I have an extra healing pickup on the ground now. That's good. I would much, much rather be ahead than behind. And there's an overhealing shrine. Perfect. Damn it. Him. And him. This is good. We're ahead. Oh, I can hit this guy from up here. Perfect. I wish, though, that you could start charging this arrow a little sooner. Cyfixade, the mummy is OP if you get the one that has the skull bomb. Yes, absolutely. Oh, it's Leroy Jenkins over here. Very well. Yeah, even against the boss, that damage is obscene. Boom. Okay. I thought I'd be able to knock him out of that, but... But actually, his, I love how the lightning bolt goes through it, too. It dead angles him behind his shield. Even his special attack there. Oh, wow. Yeah, and of course I get a huge one this time. Even his special attack is not really all that dangerous if you don't manage to interrupt it. No, the werewolf is actually a common one, Cyfixade, which is unfortunate because it sucks. The answer is not always right. Oh, yeah, okay. Decreases incoming damage by 5%. Whereas Wraith increases skill attacks by 20%. That's fantastic. Reach of the Underworld. Portal to the Underworld opens and pulls in enemies while damaged. That sounds a lot better than the freaking, hey, did you not want to
have to worry about traps for 10 seconds.
Oh, that's much better. I wonder if that's an instant kill. I wonder if I can use it in the air, in fact. I can, but not quite the way I was hoping it would work. I thought maybe it would land on... like it would start on the ground. Like it would, the portal would appear on the ground below me. It'd be nice if they would change it so that it did that. Alright, well, that's lovely. At least these guys die fairly quickly. Oh, there's some healing. Oh, alright. Oh, it doesn't appear to actually pull them in. I mean, it kind of pulls them in, but it doesn't appear to do any instant death or anything like that. Okay, well... anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, Walnut, I'm a little bit disappointed by the effects of this quintessence. Okay, we are almost at the boss. Gonna cross my fingers and hope that this will be the attempt where I can manage to beat him, because I've got a really good combination of of skills. I now just need to figure out how to avoid the projectiles. Damn it, that was too soon. Damn it, that was not at all. I totally wasted that. Oh, alright, he does too. Okay. Damn it! Man, it didn't take me very long at all to screw this up. Yeah, and then if you dodge the second one, or if you dodge the first one, you just get hit by the second one. God damn it. There we go. Jesus, that was way too close. Humiliating. Terrible performance. The lightning is still trying to attack him. I love it. Thank you. I temporarily lost my mind to some wicked power. What on earth was that black stone? the freaking lightning. God, it's so stupid. I felt as if I was falling endlessly into the darkness. I can't believe I was basically its puppet. How are my people? Has the deep forest lost her light yet? Seems a lot of things have happened while I was away. I must go help my people. Where do you intend to go? The Demon King. Before I passed out, I saw him being bound and dragged to Carlian Castle. He was right. We should have joined forces and prepared for their attack. Good luck reaching Carlian Castle and accomplishing your mission, little skeleton. May the deep forest bless you. Alright, what do we got? Really? That's all I get healed for? Melee attack increased 15%. Creates a huge flame that causes damage and burns nearby enemies. Another AoE, huh? Well, the effect of this quintessence doesn't seem all that good. The damage of it, rather, but the bonus you get from having it, skill attack by 20%, does synergize very well with the skeleton bomber. Then again, this one, melee attack increased 15%, synergizes almost as well with the regular arrows, so maybe between that and the AoE, maybe this will be fine. I just hope that when it says melee attack, it also means attacks from this guy's bow. I really hope. Because if it only means sword attacks or something, then it would be kind of a waste. Well, the only distinction it's making here, Rubbish Binge, is between melee attacks and skill attacks. This is a skill attack. It's your special. Melee attack... See, I wish I had some of those skeleton dummies to train on. Because then I could test it and find out for sure. Because the attack from this is potentially better as a crowd control method, but well, Rubbish Binge, the problem is the localization in this game is incredibly ambiguous because the developers are Korean. English is not their first language, and there have been other areas of the localization where it really wasn't very clear at all. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to take this and I'm going to try it out because that's the only way to figure it out. Like, the terms that they use for different attack types are inconsistent even within the UI. Rubbish Binge. So it's really difficult to know what they mean when they say melee attacks and whether they're referring to regular normal attacks, which may be melee or may be ranged depending on what skull you're using, or if they actually mean only attacks that happen with a close range weapon. The UI is very unclear on how they break that down as far as the game systems are concerned. Palace Corridor. Oh, alright. You know, Swordinary Guy, somebody who dropped by last night said that exact same thing, that they thought this was going to be a much edgier looking game, and they were surprised by how cute the sprite art is. And yeah, I agree. The title makes you think that you're in for something a lot more like, Death's Gambit or something, but it's actually quite colorful, isn't it? No, Desara, I have not. Oh, alright. I see what that was. Okay, so we've got new enemies. I'm gonna have to learn all this stuff, because... Oh, that's good. Oh, I can't reach him. Alright, so this guy, or this area's equivalent of this guy, now has a ground wave attack, so I'll have to watch out for that. Oh, hello! Thanks for coming closer. Oh, dear. Alright, that spear guy has a rush attack. Oh, and he's got an anti-aerial as well. Okay, or an anti-standing on a platform above him. Alright, you know what? Oh, God, this is... Yeah, everything here got a lot tougher. Okay, I'm gonna have to play it really carefully, I guess. Because I am well running out of HP. Yeah, call me Grandma. If it has echoes of a game you enjoy, that must make it all the more attractive. I mean, it is still in early access, and I don't normally... What the... Oh, okay. What the hell? What is going on here? That sure is an enemy. My God. All right. Hey, Jack fan, welcome. Don't worry about it. It's good to see you. And yeah, Swordinary Guy, there is definitely a lot of pink going on here. All right, what? Okay. Damn it, I was afraid that would happen. Yeah, that everything here just does so much damage. Well, that's irritating. That would have been a really good run, too. Now... Swap cooldown, max HP. This might help a little bit. I hope. The dash making you invincible might not be bad. The extra HP, I kind of question its value. What do we get? We get, oh, okay, the Carolean Recruit. Basic attack power increases by 30%. Yeah, this one says basic attack power, but it's incredibly ambiguous as to what it means. Again, it seems to only be referring to non-skill attack power. Alright, so let's get another skull. We'll give him 10 more. Really? The same freaking one? Thanks, man. Great. Awesome. It is interesting, though, that you can end up with the same skull that has a different ability. Which is basically what's going on here. I think the attack power one is more useful. Hey, Yummy! Now, of course, I have to go through the damn forest again. It'd be really nice if they'd let you skip that. Okay. You can walnut, but there's still a cooldown on swapping. Like, you can swap anytime and do the slash. But all it really does, having the same skull, is it limits my tactical options. This is not a particularly good skull to begin with, and it would be really nice if I had a better one. This is going to be a regular old one, though. Let's see. Oh, this is the shield one. Eh. Pushes nearby enemies back and gain a shield of 10. Oh, alright. I mean, actually, the overheal from this isn't bad. Hold down the attack button to concentrate, gain a shield of 7, and have attack strengthened on completion. It's not all that good, but it at least is a little more tactically diverse than what I had. Okay, so his swap is just an AoE. Alright, well, we'll try it. I'm not expecting much. Oh, okay, but... Oh, but... Concentrating does not protect you from damage. That sucks. About that too. Every damn time I get hit with those, dodging is hard in this game. Not all of the hitboxes are accurate to the size of the attacks they're attached to. It also irritates me that you can't just block with this. You should just have a block button, but... Yeah, Walnut! Giving you a little bit more of a choice of what you start off with. And rebalancing some of the crappier ones so that they're actually worth starting off with. And letting you hold a charge while you're moving. Because once you've charged an attack like this, you're stationary, you're locked in place until that attack is done. Oh, but the dash attack as this character drags enemies along with you, because I guess it's meant to push them. And it's definitely fairly safe to do the drop attack into the dash, because you can cancel... You can cancel the dash. Or you can cancel the drop attack into the dash. Okay, I remember this screen. I see what's going on here. Still managed to get hit. Yeah, that's one of the things that irritates me about games like this in general, where you are stuck with randomly selected equipment, essentially, or abilities, is... Gargoyle sucks too, though. Then again... Oh, we did give this guy a head. This fits perfectly. Listen up. Yesterday I took that lunchbox the orc had prepared for me to the battlefield. When I faced those Carlian jerks, I got so excited that I completely forgot about eating it. Then I met the hero. Oh, we've gotten this dialogue from him before. Okay. So he just wants a head to fit on, I guess. The gargoyle is unfortunately not great, but... Thorny Pauldrons increases tackling dash attacks by 35%. Decreases incoming... Yeah, you know, that's fine. I'll take that. Yes, ordinary guy, we can. Oh, the plant slapped him off the edge. Awesome. Unfortunately, the gargoyle is yet another one of the skulls that just suck. That are just underpowered, lacking in utility. The only thing it's got going for it is that it can fly. But the usefulness of flying in this game is very limited to begin with, because it doesn't really give you all that much of a tactical advantage. And you can't even attack while you're using the fly ability. Like, while you're holding down the X button to fly, you can't attack. Even though this skull is explicitly built around having higher attack speed while you're airborne. So, a disappointing piece of design there, and one that I hope they change. Oh! Didn't see the spikes. Yes, please, anything to replace this trash. Triple pierce, huh? Oh, okay, so switching to this guy gives him the bleed ability, and then he's got just a triple stab. That's alright. Oh, but he doesn't hover in the air, so all 3 hits won't connect if you try and use it during a jump. Flame Dragon? Attack plus 20%, alright. Yeah, and see, this one just says attack. So, what kind of attack? All attack, I guess. Oh, that's good. I like this. But I'm going to wait for it to recharge. The problem is now I'm stuck with a skull that is almost identical to the other one I have. Oh, I don't think... Oh, damn. Alright, this is a mage, I guess. Okay, they can change direction. So triple slash is going to be worthless here. Oh! Alright, I can do that too! And go figure, I freaking whiff. Okay. Alright, got it. First time I've seen that boss, but now I know what she's about. Emergency bomb. Double jumping drops bombs onto enemies below. Really? Oh, that's just an item. Okay. Oh, this might actually be really good. Yeah, a little too clutch for my taste, Rubbish Binge. I really appreciate the tactical possibilities of this, especially considering it appears to do a fairly decent amount of damage. Again, I just wish you could choose your loadout. Seems to do about as much damage as a regular physical attack. But, like, for situations like this, where I don't want to jump directly down there because there's a plant that wants to just smack me across the screen. Or a cloud of poison. This is really useful, and I appreciate the additional option I have here. Hey, No Home! No, No Home. Pretty much anything other than the items and the abilities you get, that's the limit of it. And I really do... I wish it didn't use procedural generation that way. I wish it used it for something a little more creative and interesting, because just forcing the player to get random power-ups on every run just makes runs irritating, because you never know what you're going to get, and then if you get just everything that sucks, which I more or less have here... And especially if that happens multiple runs in a row. Oh, see. It just, it makes it a little less interesting. Like, the tactical bomb, I really appreciate. That's fantastic. But I wish you could choose a basic loadout from the beginning and say, yeah, here are a couple of things I want. I know I definitely... Like, Dead Cells does it really well, where they give you a semi-randomized set of choices every run you start, but they give you choices. Like, you walk out of the starting area, and there's a selection of 3 different starting weapons that you can pick. And you know exactly what you're getting, and you get at least some choice. And then right after that, you get another weapon or 2 that you can pick from. That system has a lot more thought put into it than just, lol, everything's random. So I hope they put a little bit more consideration into that element of the game's design as they proceed through development, because it would really help it. Ah! And another problem there, I couldn't see the hazard. Damn it! And then I accidentally walked into one I could see. I couldn't see the hazard because an enemy's remains were there. They should have the hazard's parallax layer, like the thorns. That should always be in the foreground. It should never be obscured by dead enemies or something. No, Swordinary Guy, the spikes are not insta-death, but you can get hit by them multiple times if you get stuck on them. And it is possible to get stuck on the spikes in such a way that can trap you on the spikes for several seconds and cause you to take unnecessary extra damage. Not as good as you would think, Walnut. It's not as useful. Like, bleed is just basically a different color of poison. And neither bleed nor poison in this game really deal substantial amounts of damage. You would think the amount of damage bleed and poison do would be a fixed percentage of the target's maximum HP, which would make them more useful against tougher enemies. But poison only does a few ticks of 1 damage each, and bleed only seems to do slightly more than that, but then it seems to stop dealing damage when the enemy reaches a certain percentage of its health. So all of that stuff, I think, needs to be tuned as well to make it more useful, because right now, there are a few dominant strategies that depend upon really specific combinations of certain skulls and certain accessories that have good synergy. I would really like to see them add more synergy between different accessories and skulls, so that even if they are going to insist on continuing to use totally randomized skulls and abilities and equipment, you've got a better chance of getting something that has synergy rather than just a combination of crap that has different effects that don't, interact with each other in any meaningful way. Yeah, well, no, there are a lot of different ways they can do it. But the underwhelming skulls are going to need to be just rebalanced and redesigned anyway. Because you shouldn't have to upgrade them for them to be useful. They should all be useful to start off with. If you're going to make an upgrade system for each different skull, they should just get more useful, and they should double down on their strengths. Like, as many complaints as I had about Children of Morta, I felt like the general concept between the character upgrade system in Children of Morta maybe is a good example for these guys to draw from, because even though a lot of the abilities you got in Children of Morta were not useful, by leveling characters up, at the very least, each character had a unique set of abilities that was specific to that character and that was at least built around that character's fighting style. Alright, I want the max HP, I guess. Hello, Zmuno, welcome! And hello, Aritos, good to see you! I know you can, Dasara, but there's almost never any reason to during the first couple of levels of the game. Oh, and we get the werewolf one with the crappy ability. Great. And we get the freaking gargoyle. That's another problem, is this isn't worth my time even to pick this up. Yeah, Zmuno, I was just saying a little bit earlier that the art style is by far this game's strongest point right now, given that it is in early access. And it is in very early access. I believe it's only actually been available to the public in a playable state for a couple of months. The developers are not very far along on it, from what I can tell. They're not even at the point where they've released a development roadmap yet. They say they're going to. They are, Saito. Most of the starter skulls are worthless. So a lot of that stuff needs to be balanced so that they're actually worth using. Like, this one, the werewolf, it looks really cool, but it has absolutely zero means of dealing damage. And one of the problems is, I think they just haven't had time to really sit down and consider how to make each one of these strong in its own right. The werewolf looks cool. It has excellent mobility. It's got very high double jump. It's got excellent air dashes that are longer than the normal air dash. It moves faster in general. And its special ability is this invincible dash. But literally it has no way of dealing damage whatsoever other than some really crappy physical attacks that just aren't that good. It has an alternate ability that you can get instead of the Beast Leap, which does a single physical attack that's guaranteed to inflict bleed. But bleed is not all that good. So this skull is more about evasion than anything else, but it has nothing to make it viable in terms of damage. And I feel like it's got more movement abilities than it needs. Like, just the dash is enough. Just the fact that it already has plus 20% movement speed and a really awesome double air dash, like, that's more than enough mobility for this skull. I don't need this ridiculous invincible dash on top of that. Give me an attack. You know, give me something to deal damage with, right? I feel like it's just uninspired to have nothing but minor variations on dodges and air dashes on this skull. So that's something they could improve. They could really stand to give some of the weaker common skulls better abilities. I want to emphasize the only reason that the werewolf is doing as much damage as it is here is because I already put 10 levels, which is probably 600 or 700 of the character upgrade material, into leveling up your permanent attack power. And even then, the damage from this skull is still very underwhelming, even with a 40% attack boost. And these are early game enemies as well. So they need to tune the attack power for this character or something, because... Alright, well, the spear skeleton is okay. Which did we get? We got... Oh, Rush. Which isn't even his best attack, unfortunately. That's what I mean. So many of the abilities these skulls have are just... Like, this is his special, but this is his dash, which basically just does the exact same thing. Like, I wish some of the special attacks were more unique, because I can barely tell the special attack apart from his regular dash. Noah Bad, you're the third person to say that. There have been several people before you who've come in here and said that because of the title of the game, and because it looks like it should be, oh, you're the villain, har har har, it looks like it should be edgier, but it's actually a really kind of pretty, adorable art style. I agree. It does seem like it should be edgier, but I think it's fine as it is. I think it works out really well. The other problem is, there is a variation of this skull, the Spearman, that has an attack buff which increases your attack power by 30% for like 6 seconds, which is just flat out better than this dash. It is better in every way. So it's also partly a problem that there are essentially worse versions of a bunch of these skulls that just have useless abilities, which appears to be what I've gotten stuck with here, unfortunately. So add that to the list of things they need to rebalance. And as good as the general movement feels, the circle button dashes in particular, they need to be loosened up a little more. Because you either, if you want to do a double dash, you have to do them immediately, one after the other, or you can't do it at all. Like, you have to wait for a full second after your recovery from the initial dash in order to do a second one. So that feels kind of weird. There's stuff, but again, this game is in early access, so it is sure to change and evolve and be patched over the course of its development, which I have no idea how long that will last. I don't know what their development cycle is planned to be, or if they even have a planned time frame for it. So I will probably have to revisit this at some point in the future. Oh, Rider! Okay, let's see. I don't think I've seen this one before. This skull adds the skill Hellbike. Movement speed plus 20%, increases attack by up to 30% in proportion to movement speed. Cast a flame curtain. Oh, okay. It's just Ghost Rider. It looks like it's literally just Ghost Rider. Cast a flame curtain for 5 seconds upon swapping. Ride the Hellbike. Throw a chain, damaging enemies and pulling them behind you. Yeah, okay, he even uses a chain. Gee, I wonder who this could be. Yeah, of course. All the Nick Cage references in chat. Of course. Well... what do I want to get rid of for this? I've got mediocre skulls to begin with. I guess I'll get rid of Werewolf. This fits perfectly. Actually, it suits him pretty well. Oh, this is just the same. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, look at this. It's just Ghost Rider. Oh, and his normal attack is a ranged chain combo. Yeah, this seems really good. And what do we got? We got... oh, okay. Holy hell. Yeah, that looks fantastic. What about this? Oh, whoops. Yeah, whereas this guy's LB is just... oh, look. This is my dash. There's the dash, and this is the LB. It's exactly the same. It's the damn thing that... okay, so... oh, but when you switch, you get a flame aura. That's cool. Nice little proximity damage. Okay, and then I guess that's a chain grab. So, it looks like there are skulls that are just incredibly, unbelievably good, and skulls that are just absolute trash. Hello, Slime King Mike. Welcome. Yeah, look at this. And his attacks are really fast. They do a decent amount of damage. They've got good range. They combo well. I'm gonna switch to the Spearman for this. Damn it, okay, but I guess you can't stagger those guys out of their, Oh, well, good job, idiot. You're dead now. This is something I really appreciate about this game, though. I really appreciate that, enemies are vulnerable to stage hazards. I am really, really glad enemies are vulnerable to stage hazards. Yes, Ordinary Guy, Hawaiian pizza is only called Hawaiian pizza because it has Hawaiian ingredients on it. And I'm not even sure how popular ham actually is in Hawaii. It's just the pineapple, really. Alright. Who are we up against? Oh, you! Yeah, like, look at this. The attacks from the Help I performed. They stagger really well. Okay, that's AoE. That's the AoE again. Oh! Oh my god, the stun locks! Okay. Damn it. Get out of here, you dumb hero. Way too close for comfort, but I also was being kind of careless. What's this? Wind armor increases dashing distance by 30%. Alright, sure. That item might as well not exist. What's even the point? Dashing distance plus 30%? Why? That gives you no advantage whatsoever with almost any skull. Like, you'd need a really specific skull for that. The only thing I can think is that maybe with the spearman, maybe it's a bit of an advantage, but it's definitely hard to see any tangible benefit from it. Damn it. Ugh. Ah! I got hit again, right after I recovered a bunch of HP. I went and lost it. My fault. Well, no, Bone, every skull is an individual kit. Like, every skull has something. Oh, the Minotaur. Okay, you know what? This is fine. I will happily replace, what do you call it, Spear Skeleton with Minotaur. The only problem is, I wish that Headbutt would go through multiple enemies. Because it doesn't. Headbutt seems to stop when it hits one enemy, which makes it really dangerous to use against groups. You really need to be able to plow through groups with it. The thing about Minotaur as well, that's like really weird balance choice, is if you use the stomp attack, this is how long your recovery is until you can start moving again. But you can cancel out of this on the ground into the dash. So you can go attack, and then immediate dash. which doesn't seem intended. You can cancel out of it into the headbutt as well. Yeah, Uncle Cranky, even as the spear skeleton, it doesn't seem to be all that useful. It barely made any difference in the dash distance. And that's the only application I can really see for it, is extending the distance of your dash as a skeleton that has a dash attack which deals damage. And even as the Minotaur, which also has a damaging dash attack. It isn't really all that significant. Especially, again, since the headbutt doesn't go through multiple enemies. Another thing is, the Minotaur is meant to be a power type. And yet, his normal physical attacks are not as good as just spamming his ground slam. Although, you can cancel out of his physical attacks into the dash, at least. And then you can resume the combo again, like, you can go ground pound, dash, physical. And you can... You can cancel out of your physicals into a jump, it looks like, as well. The irony is, this is supposed to be a power character, but his power attacks are so slow and they deal so little damage for a power character that you're better off utilizing cancels to turn him into a speed character. Because he does more DPS that way. And his attacks also don't really seem to... I mean, they do a substantial amount of stagger, which is good. And it looks like they have a minor launching effect on them, or at least the uppercut does. But... for dealing with a situation like that, like for a group of enemies, why would I ever use my normal grounded attacks when I could keep myself out of harm's way, spam the... Because, like, look how little time I'm on the ground this way. And when I am on the ground, I am knocking enemies back and keeping them out of my way almost the entire time. It does, Uncle Cranky, it absolutely does. It just doesn't have the variation that Dead Cells has. Oh, alright. Damn it. There we are. It is Slime King Mike, yes. Very clunky. Like, the Minotaur, if they're planning on nerfing his cancels, which I imagine they probably will eventually, then they need to give him something else instead to make him viable. Because he's viable right now thanks to the cancels, thanks to this stuff. But if they take this away from him, and this isn't really how a character like this is supposed to play in the first place, so if they wanted to balance him better, they would tweak the speed of his combos, make them faster, make them do more damage, and give his headbutt the ability to go through multiple enemies. Because here... you see, the headbutt stopped as soon as it hit one dude. So they need to give his headbutt the ability that his dash has, which is to go through multiple enemies. Because right now, his headbutt is only really good for large individual enemies. Whereas I get the impression it was designed with encounters more like this in mind. But see, why would I ever use the headbutt here? Because it only hits one or two enemies in that group instead of going through all of them. Where, you know, you would think an attack that normally looks like this on its own, make it travel that distance regardless of who it hits. That's what it needs. Yeah, charging his attacks would be a perfect idea for this character. Rubbish. Again, you'd have to let him charge them on the move. But yeah, let him do a big charging overhead club swing or something, you know? Like, make him actually play like a heavy character. And not like a character that looks heavy, but that's actually about technical dodges and cancels and rapid movement. And or so, I can only be so critical of it so far because it is early access. And there is clearly a lot that they're not done with. But at the same time, I can only really look at it for what it is, rather than what it's supposed to be or planned to be. And in its present state, it definitely is lacking in balance and polish. However, the art style is gorgeous. The animations are fantastic. They have potential to do some really cool things here. But they're going to actually have to put in some work in order to accomplish those things. Holy hell, I don't think I've ever seen so many encounters on this screen. What on earth is going on here? Ender the gun does very little damage as the mummy, but if you have an ability that inflicts poison or bleed with the gun, because of the really high attack speed, the gun is excellent at inflicting negative statuses. And if you get the mummy's skull bomb ability, it can easily carry you through the first boss, because that ability, especially if you get ability damage bonuses, does huge amounts of damage and is really great for dealing with crowds, and just as good for dealing with single enemies. Oh, the Glacial Skull. This one's interesting. This is interesting indeed. I'm tempted. Because the Glacial Skull is actually pretty good. And it would be especially good for the boss. And it can freeze enemies with its physical attacks, which is really good as well. And actually, appropriately enough, this way we would have an ice ability and a fire ability. But yeah, Desara, I got the ability that's not so good. I think he has like a projectile for his other one. Which is better, because his projectile, I think, can inflict freeze. So, as much as I would like to keep this, I'm going to stick with the Minotaur. because the Minotaur is going to be better at dealing with groups, and boy, are we going to be up against some groups. Case in point. Like, the physical attacks are okay. But compared to the other stuff this Skull has, they are quite underwhelming. Yeah, Anders, that's what we were just talking about, is that you can get two different variations of the same skull. One of them will have a great ability that makes that skull worth using, and the other one will have a useless ability that makes you throw the skull away as soon as you get access to a different one. And it shouldn't be like that. They should make some effort to balance it so that every ability is at least worth using, and so that there's never a situation where you pick up a skull and go, oh, I got a good skull, but I got the one with the crappy ability, so I'm gonna throw it away. Because that's a shame, you know? And at that point, the version of the skull with the crappy ability might as well not exist. You know, just take it out of the game and spare us the headache, right? Yeah, the ground stomp as the Minotaur is pretty ridiculous. Ah! I was afraid of that. That's irritating. I do appreciate, though, that they've done something very interesting with the game's physics, where notice how the Minotaur's opening attack is an uppercut, and when you actually hit environmental objects with it, they go flying upward, whereas his second attack, when you hit stuff with it, sends things flying forward. See? But, like, look at this. His ground pound is a better AoE. Than half of the actual AoEs. In the game. Oh, okay, there's more underneath. I see. Shindeal, thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. Yeah, quite a few other people were commenting on the game's art style as well. It's definitely its most noticeable feature, isn't it? Gotta go fast. Oh, I got hit again somehow. Damn it. Kids Meal restores 20% HP, increases attack and movement speed by 10% until you clear 3 minutes. Alright. Oh, we've got the Jinn Skull, which is good. Body slam into enemies in giant form. I feel like Fairy Tackle is going to be really good for switches, but... Having 2 power skulls increases basic attack by 30%. Decreases damage. Increases attack. This is Pegasus. Fly forward quickly. Movement speed. That's nowhere near worth it from the looks of it. I am tempted to get the Jinn Skull and replace the Minotaur. In fact, I think I might. Yeah, I think I'm going to. This has to be my real head, right? I don't know, is it? No, okay. Serious problem with the rules of the Demon King Castle. The king holds the highest position in the castle, right? I mean, he's at the top of the chain of command. Wait, does he occupy the He does occupy the highest floor of the castle, which reminds me I have a fear of heights. Can't imagine how terrified he must be in such a high place, but that's nothing compared to risking your life on the battlefield. You're constantly exposed to magic bombs and arrows raining down on you. When I still had my head, I almost got stuck by an arrow yesterday. I wonder who shot it. Oh, that fox knows how to shoot arrows, too. Send my regards to him, will you? Interesting, so I wonder if I have to bring him the shield guy's head, since it has an arrow stuck in it. What I do may look simple, but it actually requires special diorites from Perrin Mountain, the great power of my ancestors, and precise hand movements. Not everyone can do it. Anyone outside my tribe can't even handle the effect of the quintessence on their soul. Okay. Yeah, see, the Jinn is a pretty decent power skull. Yeah, Fairy Tackle is pretty cool. And it's a massive, massive screen filler. His other ability, Fairy Swordsmanship, is pretty cool too, because it makes you invincible for a full 3 seconds. So you can actually use it for invincibility. Which is nice, but I'll have to try Fairy Tackle and see if it works the same way. I guess we'll get the kids' meal. Because goodness knows I need it. That other thing up there doesn't look all that good. Rider is speed, though, so getting the Bone of Courage would be pointless. Increases damage or increases attack. You know, I like the idea of doing more damage. Then again, I also like the idea of taking less damage, but 10% less damage isn't all that much less. Whereas I think the attack power is going to make a more significant, Oh, I know! Disari, he's got the giant punch for his switch ability. Which works really well for clearing crap like this. And that. Peekaboo. Yeah, see, that is a good crowd control ability. Jinn makes sense as a power character, you know? Like, that is ridiculous how good that is. There we go. Okay, now I just need to make sure not to get hit here. Damn it! Of course, even as I speak. Then again, it looks like there's a regeneration shrine on this screen, so there sure is. Oh, and the buff does last from one screen to the next. Freaking werewolf. Screw that. Damn it. Alright. I will not make the same mistake on this screen that I did last time I was here. Interesting as well, like, the Jin's attacks have a massive, massive arc. They have like a 270-degree arc, especially on the sword slashes. And in the air, his aerial is just a really quick sword slash. And he outperforms the Minotaur on his normals drastically. So I feel like the Minotaur needs something like that in order to be competitive. At least normal attack-wise. Hello, Amateur! Welcome! It is a good skull bone, absolutely. Ender, some of them do. The rarer ones tend to be just more versatile anyway, because they have more abilities. And because the abilities on the rare skulls are fixed, as far as I know, they're not randomized in any way. So yes, I would say so. But maybe not quite for the reasons or in the ways that the developers intend. Alright, we're just gonna... Okay, we lucked out. And we got the easiest first area boss. So that's fine, no problem there. I'm actually fairly happy with how I did, because now I'm going to get healed. Ring of Wind increases attack speed by 5% and movement speed by 10%. The attack speed buff seems to make a substantial difference for this skull. Welcome back, Zal. Yes, I am basically just Ghost Rider. Hey, Pabe, welcome! Oh, you know, Pabe, I might have forgotten to announce it on the Discord. That might be why. I might have just forgotten to tell anybody. I did send a tweet, but... Well, Sinrakuto, from what I understand, from what I've seen of the trailer footage for this game, there are super advanced skulls. Like, there's a skull that's just the Grim Reaper, and there's like a Dark Paladin skull. There are some other skulls that are just pretty different, but they're apparently the super, super rare tier of skulls, and you can't even find them in the first couple of levels. Oh, please tell me I don't have to I do. This is another thing that's irritating, is once I've beaten the boss, at least give me the ability to choose which stage I go to. Okay. Damn it all. Okay. Maybe Jin would have been better for this. Yeah, it looks like... No? Okay. The teleport doesn't... Okay, he tracks late on that. Okay, it looks like you can't teleport through the hitbox of his hand. Damn it. Yeah, I was afraid of that. The Jin's teleport is really good, but I wish you could use your dash in more directions than just sideways. Especially like with the Jin, I wish you could use your teleport up or down. Because it seems like a lot of these skulls, like you need specific skulls in order to really have a decent ability to dodge certain boss attacks. Which is not something I'm terribly fond of. Can't hit him with it, Zmuno. The bike for the biker is a ground vehicle, and the boss's weak point is above the ground almost all the time. So the only fire attack I would have been able to hit him with was the flame aura from switching. That's a damn shame, too. We had a good combination of skulls there. Oh, and now it's the crappy sword skeleton again. And it's the freaking werewolf again, too, with Beast Leap. Why did I even spend my money on that? I say that, the problem is you can get good skulls from him randomly. And then look how bad the werewolf one is. Just early game enemies, it takes forever to kill them. Anything here? No. Maybe this will be something better. It's a freaking gargoyle. That's the problem. So often you just get nothing but trash. The gargoyle especially desperately needs to be rebalanced, because that one has nothing. There are dudes up here. This guy at least has the ability to deal some bleed damage. Yeah, and the werewolf's switch ability doesn't even do damage of any kind. It's just another dash. Yeah, Swordinary Guy, I feel the same way. There's a lot they could do... Oh, right. There's a lot they could do with the werewolf to make it viable, but as it is now, it's worthless. There we are. What do we got? Imp. Cooldown speed increased 15%. Summons a trio of imps that shoot fireballs at enemies. Let's see. Oh, okay, but it's linear. Alright. And there's the damn gargoyle skull again. I guess it's probably still better than the werewolf. Oh, see, this is his actual attack. Alright. Deepwood Chickens. Restore 20% HP. Increases swap cooldown by 30%. Yeah, big deal. I'll take it. There are, Pabe, yes. But they're way too expensive. Like, they're balanced so that they take forever to farm. Which I think is unfortunate, because it basically forces you to play the early areas of the game over and over and over again to the point that you get sick of them, and there's no way to skip them right now. So again, hopefully that will change. But as things stand, it takes forever to upgrade anything. And you end up having to just play through the same 7 or 8 screens of the early game over and over and over again in order to do so. Ah, damn it. Didn't even notice the spikes. That was my fault. Please tell me this is something better. Oh, it's the Djinn. Okay. And... oh, he's got fairy swordsmanship. So this is an interesting one. I guess it's not a full 3 seconds, but it's an invincible combo, which is good. It's not quite as good as his other ability, but it's good nonetheless. Yes, in Rekoto, I hope that once they sort out the balancing and all the other stuff, you know, the remainder of development, I do hope that this game finds its way to, you know, PS4, Switch, etc. Some more health, which is great. All right. Damn it. All right. You. This right here is very uncharitable enemy positioning, where you have to jump up here to hit him, then you have to be really careful not to touch the ceiling. Yeah, Ender, like, once you've beaten the boss of a particular area, these games don't give you the option to choose which area you start in. That's one of the things Children of Morta did that I really appreciated, is when you'd cleared the final boss of a particular zone in Children of Morta, you could choose to start at the next zone. I mean, granted, that was part of the story progression. You had to do that in order to move on with the game. But I think it would be a nice gesture here to let you start, like, since I already defeated the Ent, they should give me the ability to choose to start at the castle, rather than having to play through this early area of the game where enemies drop so little dark quartz that it just takes me forever and ever and ever to gather enough dark quartz to learn any of the later abilities. Because when I get to the castle, since I can't really farm for dark quartz here, I get to the castle and I get destroyed. The enemies there kill me in a few hits. But again, that's all the kind of thing that will get balanced as the development of this game progresses. And as a matter of fact, I'm kind of curious. Let me just double check to see when this game first came out. It was... Okay. I will have to expand my inquiry, actually. This game was released on... February 19th, so it actually... It wasn't even a month ago. I thought it was a couple of months ago that it came out. But, apparently it was only last month. It wasn't even 30 days ago that this became playable. So they are super, super, super early. Welcome back, Walnut. Yeah, it's a Djinn. Which is really cool. This one is a fairly well-balanced skull, actually. This one has a good dash, which is a teleport. He's got good attacks. A good special. In fact, two good specials. Oh, you. Okay, there we are. Okay, so he is vulnerable to bleed, but... bleed doesn't seem to do a hell of a lot to him. Oh, and actually, I appear to be invincible when I'm doing the big, punchy-wunchy, which is helpful. Ooh, and I get some discolored black quartz, so that's excellent. That's more HP And it's full HP. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Bob. I try. You know, I became interested in this game because I got the press emails about it leading up to PAX East. And I am going to be keeping an eye on it throughout its development. Once I'm done streaming it today, probably I will not revisit it again until they get it to retail. But once they do, I will revisit it again. Damn it. I was unprepared for this guy being down here. There we are. Okay, that's all right. No, Chrono, it isn't. Swordinary Guy, I'll be going for at least a little longer on this, maybe the end of this run or so, and then I'm going to be switching over to the FF7 Remake demo again, because there's some stuff I want to try out in the Remake demo that I didn't really get to last time. See, again, the Werewolf does have a better ability than Beast Leap, but it just never seems to show up. I wonder if that's actually a deliberate bias on the game's part, or if I've just been incredibly unlucky. Alright, you. Okay, it seems like setting yourself up on big groups of enemies is pretty important. Not getting surrounded, that kind of thing. Yeah, Vicweave, I might just have gotten unlucky. It's entirely possible. Now that I have a bit better an idea of how to handle this... Oh, and we get, Oh, and it appears that there's a little bug here. It looks like my regeneration aura that I carried over here from the previous screen just got stuck. That's fun. They'll patch that, though. And then down here, there will be some treasure. I don't know, Skure. It really depends on how I feel. I'm kind of burned out on it for the time being, and probably before I am no longer burned out on it, we'll be hitting the end of March, and there will be new games coming out that I want to try. Come on. There we go. That's a pretty good quintessence, though. Alright, you know what? Okay, that actually apparently caused me to get hit. that was a no good. Okay, sure. Alright, if you will all forgive me for a moment, I need to go refill my water pitcher. I'm getting kind of thirsty here, and I'm realizing I'm out of water, so if you'll be so kind as to just hold tight for like 3 or 4 minutes, I will be right back.
Lord winds, blessing upon thee. Lord winds, blessing upon thee. Lord winds, blessing upon thee. Lord
Alright, I am back. Thank you all for your patience. Wouldn't want to get dehydrated on stream, especially since I banned Hydration Bot, and now I have nobody to nag me. Holy cow, let me catch back up on chat, though, because... Holy... Jet and Jenkins, once again, thank you so much for gifting a sub... 10 subs to Dandy Wizard, Chrono XGP, Insane Bob, Sokomo Tanaka, Joe Mom, No Home, Warstar, Silesh, Neoversi, and Aetherpact. Seriously appreciate that, Jenkins. I'm sorry you did that while I was away. Or maybe you were trying to surprise me with it when I got back, in which case... it worked! And hello, Crimmy! Thank you for stopping back in. It's good to see you again. Welcome. Oh, nice, Amateur. Flank steak sandwich with sides. Very good. I approve. Very good indeed. Oh, he did, Bob? Damn it, I missed him. Ugh. I swear, that guy... He is like the Lone Ranger, Jet and Jenkins. He shows up, he does his thing, and before I even have time to thank him, he's already ridden off into the sunset. Well, I appreciate it all the same. If you're watching the VOD, Jet and Jenkins, thank you. Jeez, Chrono, come on, man. Tact. Look it up. All right. Man, everything. Damn it. Everything is happening at once over here. Oh dear. Damn it! It was not worth trying to come down here to see if there were any items. And then there's that thing knocking me onto the spikes. That was awful. I lost 44 HP to that. That is a damn pain. Okay. There we go. I need that attack boost for me. Alright, how many of these guys... Oh, actually, it looks like I regained quite a lot of health out of that. It has it, Pabe. The problem is... if you have only one skull that's worth using, which is currently the case for me, there's no reason to ever switch styles because one good skull is better than switching back and forth between a good skull and a crappy skull. Although this one might be a little bit better. What do we have here? Increases ranged attack by 15%. Okay. So I guess now we have our answer. They do differentiate ranged from melee to at least some extent. What is this? Carolean Insignia. Increases attack by 15%. Attack speed and movement speed. The Borger. I think I'm gonna go with the Borger. And I'm gonna go with the attack boost. Because there's not an awful lot else for me here. Alright. Oh, okay, so this is literally just a counter state. I'll have to test this out. I am doing alright, thanks, Crimmy, all things considered. How about yourself? Oh, actually, but this is just basic attack power. Neither of these abilities are particularly good. But I think maybe the ability to negate enemy attacks would be a little bit better. Granted, its cooldown is long enough that... Yeah, basic attack power by 30%. That's okay, I guess, but... I kind of feel like... Yeah, the additional crit rate on this... Especially with the buff... This might be decent for bosses, but then again, I guess I would just want to use the Djinn for bosses. I might, Dandy Wizard. I never had a chance to play Ori and the Blind Forest, but I might try it. Amateur, everybody here is undead. Oh, very good, Crimmy. I'm glad you had a productive day, but I can certainly relate to the exhaustion. I'm right there with you. Pabe, there are buffs like that, but not every skull has them. Every skull has a unique ability when it switches, and when you switch to the Djinn, you get this. Which is fantastic, except... Some skulls have just crappy abilities, like this. When you switch back to the Carolean Recruit, you get a puny little slash, which is useless. So, the switching abilities and general combat abilities of especially the more common skulls are just garbage, and they're nowhere near on par with the rarer ones, so more balancing is going to be required. But again, this is early access, so... See what I mean? There go literally all those enemies. Why would I ever... Why would I ever use that crappy... Carolean Recruit skull when I have this guy? Damn it. Alright, you. Oh, good. He dropped some health, so now I'm healed back up to full for the boss. Perfect. Alright. Oh, it's you again! Actually, I consider myself fortunate. Consider myself fortunate because this is the easy boss. And I seem to get her the majority of the time for some reason, which I have no complaints about, but... Mana Golem. Decreases incoming damage by 10%, damages enemies in a certain range, and sends them airborne. So this is what I've got now, which is pretty good. This gives cooldown speed plus 15%. Whereas this decreases damage. Ah, okay. Decreases damage and sends enemies flying. I think Mana Golem might be a little bit better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Mana Golem. I like the AoE. Yeah, that's definitely a little better. It can wipe out more enemies at a time. Damn it. For example... I feel like some of the spells from these mages are hitting me before the spell has even gone off. Alright. Now for this boss again. Alright then. Well, since my alternate skull here sucks... Okay, that's interesting. So... I can't stand on his fist. All right. Damn it. All right. If you whip that the first time... Okay, I see how you're meant to do this with melee. I got it. Now the problem I'm having, though, is... Right, I can't use the... I can't use the, that smash in the air. Ah, jeez. The worst part of this fight is those projectiles. Dodging the second one, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do. Evil Spirit. Cooldown speed increased by 25%. Oh, it would have been by 40% if I'd kept the other, Damn it, move behind the nearest enemy on the ground? Oh. Really? Why does this even exist? I mean, its passive is nice, but that effect is worthless. Alright, well... Okay, honestly, I would almost rather deal with mages here than melee enemies, because I have no ranged attacks, really. Okay, that's a trap. Got it. Alright, now I'm getting hit for no good reason. At least they're giving a little bit more in the way of healing items, but not a lot more. Those guys are worth quite a lot of, well, a decent amount of quartz, I suppose. Red, thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. Good to see you, Red. How are you holding up? Right. Oh, that guy can reverse direction. All right. Damn it. Didn't finish one of them. I'm hanging in, thanks, Red. Glad to hear you are as well. 100% sure how much longer I'm going to be hanging in here, because this... has gotten very tough very fast. Oh, I see. I knew it. I thought it'd be something like that. Because there are platforms over here which give away that they want you to jump. Alright, that's a decent amount of money, I guess. It is red, but it's no joke. It is quite challenging. All right. Oh, God. Oh, no! Evil maids! Oh, dear. Give me the extra health. Oh, okay. She's throwing plates at me. Jesus. Okay, that was the door. Ugh. Apparently not, Dark Side. Oh, and now we're back here. Alright, well now I know what to be prepared for, at least. I thought I did. Oh. I don't see that. Okay, but you can still stun lock this guy. That's good. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm really glad this Quintessence has the ability to hit multiple enemies at once and take out the stronger ones. Alright, come here, man. You can kindly... Really? All that does to him is 6 damage? Alright, look, man, come on. Wait a minute, was there anything in here? There sure was. This seems like it's a little easier. Okay, I guess maybe that's the way I'm meant to do it. Alright. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, very inefficient, no home. But safe. And I have little enough health at this point that safe is my only option. I wish there were a better, more reliable way of recovering health in this game. Considering how tanky so many of the enemies are, especially when you switch areas. What do we got here? This is... oh, Minotaur again. I guess it's better than this. Oh, and he's got his other ability, which is... okay, that's alright. That might be a little better. That's a double AoE anyway. Oh, it's this guy again. Okay. Well, we've definitely got the AoE class here. Oh, could you help me? I'm in the... oh, this again, right. Damn it, I was afraid of that. There's just way too much going on there. Way too much. I feel like they hold out on you too much on the character progression and upgrades for you to be able to survive in that zone without doing a huge amount of farming, which is really unfortunate. But I guess all I can really do now is, because, yeah, look at how long it takes just to save up 500 of these for one level of flexible spine. And literally all flexible spine does is 0.2 seconds of invincibility on your dash. Why? Why would you waste 500 of this really rare resource on this right now? But you have to in order to get the really good ability that's locked behind it, which is a one-time revival. So they definitely have a lot left to balance. Definitely a lot to be desired here. But again, early access. Yes, in Rekodos. So in order to get both upgrade levels of it, you'd have to spend 1,000, which would literally take hours of farming that's not worth it for, you know, such a small, minimal benefit. But I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch over to the FF7 Remake demo at this point, because I think I've gotten enough of an idea of what this game is for now. I'm interested to see how they patch it and how they balance it in the future. So I will probably revisit it once it has reached retail and it is in a complete state. Oh, interestingly, Twitch will not let me... Twitch will not let me put the game in the category FF7 Remastered. Because apparently FF7 Remastered is technically not out yet. All right, well, let's take care of this then.